Alright guys, welcome back. I got the truck all parked up on the hill so I can wash all the goat poo out of it. But they're hanging out in their little, I took it off the back of the truck, the little goat carrier, so they're hanging out in it. I put 2 pallets around the side of it, and the old bed cover off of it that broke has a shade. We're gonna have to build them a little shelter. We're gonna head up here, check out the chickens, because their pen is getting fairly muddy. So I left the grass long over there and up over there and up over there. I just mowed this little area where the garden's gonna go. But yeah, it's definitely getting mucky in here. Good stickies. Yeah, so look at all the muck. Whew. I had to start using that again because that metal one over there, it's got some food in it, but they'll pull all the food out. It's pretty annoying. Still haven't got the wire. What's up, guys? Let's check our water real quick. This usually lasts a good bit of time. Oh yeah, it's 3/4 full. Yeah, about 3/4 full. Yeah, about 3/4 full. So we got all this grass kind of long, all up in here. I'm waiting for the sun to kind of dry it out a little bit. I had a heavy dew. But what we'll do is we'll get the mower, we'll mow it, and then I have the other mower and a collection rake. It's like a big drum rake, and it throws all the grass into a hopper. So we'll go around with that and get the grass, and we'll chuck it in there for them. But once we build up a nice layer, it shouldn't get so mucky like this. I got one dry spot right there. And then once we get the roof on, but it just rains so hard. The overhang, I left about a foot overhang, but it's just not good enough, I guess. We are going to put gutters, so that'll help. That'll put about another, gutters about 4 inches. And it'll run out this way. It's a work in progress. Kind of got too many irons in the fire, but you know, I feel that I need to speed it up a little bit. Things are getting crazy. We gotta trim this mimosa back. I mean, look how fast this stuff grows. Like there's like almost 2 foot of growth right there within, I'd say, a couple weeks. So I don't want it too crazy. We're just gonna keep it trimmed both sides. It acts as a nice screen. Screen for the pool, shade for the chickens. They're all coming out. What are you guys doing? They're coming in and out. I don't think they're enjoying it because it's so muddy. So we'll get that done. Maybe we'll get a few drone shots, run the mower around if I can get the app to work. And just a beautiful day out. I got the grass mowed yesterday before it came a flood a couple times. Front yard, garden. Hopefully we can jump on the garden in the fall. Right on that bank, we might dig in and put a half submerged greenhouse. That'd be pretty neat. So, tons of plans. And I see we got tons of new subscribers, so I appreciate it. So, let me get everything ready and we'll catch you back when we mow the grass and see if we can get the chickens happy. Alright guys, we got the 2 little field parts mowed that I want to mow to get the grass to put in the chicken pen to help dry it out. We'll get a drone shot of that. The drone pilot is getting ready to take off, and we'll fly by the goats and whatnot. He's probably a little rusty at flying because he hasn't flown in a while, but we'll fly over the field and check it out. Figure it'd be kind of interesting. So, the goats don't really seem to be afraid of the mower, man. I had to kind of get off and shoo them out of the way to mow around the fence, so that's good. This didn't get too crazy. One's kind of beating all the other ones up though, so I don't know. Or they follow it. We'll see. Now let's get the drone up and take a look.
Please check it out.
Guys, drone pilot was definitely rusty, but he got up in the field and checked it out. So we got some grass that's dry. We got this little dealie here. It said it was Ohio steel when I ordered it, but it's just some nameless piece of crap, so I have no idea. One of the brushes fell off. It's got these little brushes in here, and you set the height, and it just sweeps, throws the stuff, and it goes into this little basket. Then you can technically pull this rope and dump it. It works all right. It's aggravating to put together, and it's just cheap. That little thing keeps adjusting. These things are expensive. This was a cheap one. It was $250. Like the more expensive ones are like $4, $5, $6. It's crazy. So we'll see how that works. Alright guys, here we are to the mud hole. There's a lot of flies too, unfortunately. I have a new fly trap I got to put out. I got one, I'll show you this one. I can't remember if I put it out 1 week or 2 weeks ago. But it's over here by the chicken coop. This thing is, I mean, look at that. They're even making maggots and stuff in there. That thing is slap full. And they're just waiting to get in. So I got one, same brand, but it's a big barrel, like a jug. So let's get these guys some grass here. See if I can put you on to something. Every now and then will run out. Because chickens are hard to catch. Some of this is still kind of damp and whatnot, but there's gonna be bugs and stuff in it for them. They're gonna like that. We'll go make multiple passes. You can use leaves too, but they can eat some of this grass, so that's why I want to use the grass. And eventually, oh, I'm gonna fall on my head. But eventually, once it's built up enough, we'll scoop it out and it'll be good compost. You can also use wood chips. You guys can't see that fence, you flew right into it. Alright guys, that was 2 passes. Well, not 2 passes, 2 hoppers full. One thing I didn't anticipate, there's a lot of big ass spiders out there, and there's a bunch in this grass. So I just picked them up, trucked them in here real fast. Hopefully these guys get them. You guys gonna get the spiders? I call that one Roadrunner. No, that one Roadrunner, sorry. They both look the same almost. I may bring some dirt and chuck up in here just so they have a little dry spot, but that's a bunch right there. They'll kick it all around and spread it all out, and it'll be nice. Like I said, man, I guess chickens don't eat flies, I don't know. But there's flies in a good bit of places here, but they're eating the grass. The plan is, man, they are messy. There's mud. Dude, there's mud like all over the wall. They're like little pigs. I mean, look, it's all the way up the wall, and that's like 5-6 feet in the air, 7 feet in the air. Man, this is messy. Is everybody out? Everybody out? I think so. They're all down here. It's a learning process. I wanted to build this on tracks where I could slide it forward and then slide it back after so often, but I ended up building it fairly good size and it's heavy, so well, we'll start doing a lot of free ranging. We'll build a coop with an auto door and then they can free range. But we'll see. It's an experiment. It's to get what works for us, and that's what you got to do for you. Get what works for you. So now they're starting to see the other stuff. They're gonna get kicking around. They're kind of like little rototillers. They'll just dig it all up with their little claws. And they're pecking, they're eating all the little bugs. See a bunch of pine cones because last time the wife, she ran the sweeper and she went around the pine tree and got a bunch of pine cones, but they must have found some spiders. I've seen about 8-9 of them little spiders. Look like wolf spiders, and can't be sure. I didn't want to pay attention to them too closely. I'll let them get that kicked around. Maybe we should, maybe we can move the pile a little bit just so it's not so where it can dry out a bit. Roadrunner, it's alright. They're a little skittish, I guess, right now. There we go. We'll let them get to work. I need to get some other stuff done. Need to get this mimosa trimmed back. I'll just get my little hand cutters and we'll just trim it back. And then, as always, guys, welcome to the homestead. I appreciate you for coming, liking and subscribing, commenting. You know, it's pretty neat. You let me know what works for you and all that in your area. Every area is different. Different sun, different ground, different drainage. But I'll throw wood chips in there too. You know, we get about 4 or 5 inches built up, it'll be pretty good. And then we can scoop it out and replace it with other stuff and use it as compost because they poo a lot. And them goats, they poo. And goats poo a lot. They're in the back of my truck for like an hour and there was a layer of pellets in there. So I try to keep an eye on them. They like this little up on the hill right there. They go up on the hill a lot. The one did run through the fence. He got afraid because I was there and he ran through and then he butted back through. But they've been staying in electric, so that is good. I'm just gonna replace it. I don't know if it's called welded wire. I believe it's called welded wire. I put it on the gate because I figured they'd be able to squeeze through the gate. Man, my grapevine, it keeps pulling that. I need to build that this week coming up because it's just pulling this thing slap over. trying to stick it in the ground, and it's just pulling it out of the ground. It's growing way over here, so we got to build it a trellis this weekend, the next weekend coming up. ADD sidetracked, but I put this wire on the gate, keep it from squeezing through. My plan is to buy some rolls of it, and just like how I have the electric wire on this side and the bar bars on this side, I'll slap it on the other side, on the inside. Oh, it'll be on the inside up there, and then it'll be on the back side over here. Boom. Same thing backside over there. I probably need about 300 to 400 foot rolls, and then this will be pretty tight. And then once we do our stuff up there, our fence up there, we're just gonna run cattle fence. Cattle fence, maybe a strand of barbed wire or just electric, because barbed wire, it only really holds two things: cows and horses, pretty much. And horses, if they really want to just jump over it. Same thing with cows, they'll plow through it. So I'm just gonna go a little more expensive route, and we'll get the actual cattle roll wire and real thick, heavy stuff, and we'll put up there. Because we'll probably end up just getting more goats, doing more goats, more smaller animals for this part. And in the future, there may be 50 acres for sale, 55 acres right across the road up there with a pond, rundown barn. So we maybe try to snatch that up. So we'll see. So tons more planned, so stay tuned. If you don't like something, maybe there'll be something else. I'm gonna fill this rain barrel up. I don't think Red figured out how to use the drinkers. There's a little hole he's been drinking out of as they drip a tiny bit. Alright guys, I gotta get busy with some other stuff. Catch you later, enjoy the weekend, and we might be doing a few videos smoking some butts and ribs. That seems interesting and tasty. So, catch you.